Please chant Om 3 times, please, together. So friends, we have an interesting subject today. As we see, it's not that new, the same thing. Self-knowledge is all about, we all are a nameless existence. Just relax and listen, enjoy. We all are a nameless existence. First thing, friends. Can we have a discussion without names? Words? Can you have an argument? No words. Can you have agitation, projections, restlessness in your head? No words. Feel it. See it, please. Can you chant Om without the word Om? Class is over. No, it's not a joke. That simple it is. That simple it is. It's not me talking. It's not because I say it is simple. All the scriptures, Upanishads, Shruti, Smriti, everywhere. We grab those statements which are complicated. Simple truth cannot be talked about in complicated lines. How many times I shall tell you that's nameless? How many times the scripture shall tell you it is anama, arupa, nameless, formless, and you are nameless, formless. Now after that, what name are you waiting for? It's not a joke. Please. What names are you waiting for? What forms are you waiting for? Celebrate the living. Enjoy being in this marvelous universe. Even your happiness, joy, freedom, love is a nameless, formless expanse. That is why Bhagavan so beautifully says in Bhagavad Gita, I wish we can take it one time, Rajavidya, the royal knowledge, the sovereign of the sovereigns. No knowledge can come anywhere near it. What is that knowledge which can be greater than a knowledge which doesn't need a name, doesn't need a form, doesn't need a letter, doesn't need a word, doesn't need a perception, doesn't need a sensation, does not need any projection, does not need any speculation. You, I, little flower, everything in this universe. Please. We have given so much of importance to the Namarupa, so much of importance. Give importance, please, give due importance, as much as it deserves. Please think of it, friends. You must see that clearly. It is bugging me for last few days because I don't know how to talk about it. I'm not used to talking to myself. No need. Rajavidya, the greatest, incomparable, We are so used to words, names, informations, books and books and books and books and books, practices, activities, projections, agitations, meditations, even making the meditation an activity, that we are completely lost. Think, friends. How many times the scriptures will say, Asti, Bhati, Priyam, Rupam, Nama Chaiti, Amsa Panchakam, Adyatraya Brahmarupam, Tatodvaya Jagadrupam. There are 5 things are there. Asti, Bhati, Priyam. Asti, that which is a nameless existence. Listen carefully, friends. All these descriptions, Asti, Bhati, Priyam, Nama, Rupa, words. See the beauty. All the words. Can you please tell me, did you create these words? Did you write? A book is far away. A sentence to be written, there should be a first word. A first word to be formed, there should be a first letter. Please tell me, who is the creator of the first letter? Before the word was created, before the letter was created, before the word was created, before the name was created, the universe existed. A nameless universe. Because of the names, the creation doesn't exist. Please see that. Don't lose yourself in names. What is the argument? Names. Discussion, names, words. Comparison. You know more, I know less, I know 100 languages, you don't know languages, I know only Sanskrit, you know only Latin. Boy, give it a break. Are you a name? Then you are not born. If you are a name, the name was not there, so you are not born. Very important, friends. Existence, asti, independent of name. If asti, jagad asti, if you say it is, that existence is independent of name, aham asmi. Asmi also is independent from name. I don't have to say I am to exist. Please. Do you need to say I am all the time? Nanu, nenu, mu, me, je. Do you need to say? Is it necessary to say space? Or a space will disappear, you see. Air, fire, water, earth, or else all the elements will disappear. Think, friends. Because of the names, existence is shining, or because there is something existing. Who gives the name? Only we. Human beings give the name. Tigers gave name. Monkeys, birds, animals, elements. They didn't give the name. I'll come back to the Asti Bhati. We created the name. We means what? Somebody like us. Thousands and millions. Please tell me the first man and the first word. Who created Sanskrit language? I don't want to say that God created and this is a different thing altogether. Just Common sense. Okay, the other languages then who created? Latin, Greek, Spanish. Even in India, so many different languages. Okay, these languages are taken from Sanskrit. That's not the point. We are not, which is the most ancient, most languages, not interested. The very language itself is not needed. The words are not needed. The name is not needed for anything to exist, including for me to exist. My name is not needed because this body was born, a name was given to it. Because they were given a name, therefore the body didn't exist. Who created this name? Hibiscus, Pushpam, Poo. Who? Suppose he did not create a name, will it disappear? We fight. Color. Suppose you say in English, red. The Hindi says lal. One says, this is red. I say, no, it is lal. Fight. Kill. Sagapu. Right? Different languages, Tower of Babel. Language started created. Before that, what happened? And who created, friends? Think. Can you speak without a word? You can make a noise, like animals. Different types of noise. We are no more animals. Animals fight with claws and nails. They fought tooth and nail, they say no? They fought tooth and nail because animals are fighting with the tooth, biting or nail, scratching. We human beings have grown up to be, not to be animals, but we bite, scratch, wound, maim, destroy with words, such words that leave the deepest scar in your psyche. Your brain is destroyed. It creates the difference between bondage and liberation. Mortality and immortality. Think, friends. Who created the first word? Did the existence depend upon the name to exist? Do you need a name to be? Do you need a name, a word to see, to hear, to touch, to taste, to smell, to perceive, to have a sensation? Do you need names? In quietude, everything happens. That is why in your moment of enjoyment, you are absolutely quiet. And you talk meaningless words. Oh, oof, so hot. And I go, my tongue is burning. Water. Why are you doing that? Even in meditation, you don't need this. Do you need to say, oh, it's so beautiful? That has become the rasaswada. That I am in a very blissful state. Your blissful state is gone. I am very quiet. Quietude is gone. Think, friends. We human beings created. Who created? Not I, not you. Thousands of years. How did physics created? How are the geography created? How the botany was created? Just think of it. Today we have got so many branches of knowledge. All this started with what? Name. Just take one example, then you go, you think about it. Trees were there, names were not there. Flowers were there, names were not there. Human being was there, names were not there. Creation was there was no names. One person named it. Listen carefully. First the letter must have come, words must have been there, then you name it. Because thing existed, you name it. Hibiscus, Rudraksh, house, sky. Understand, please. Just take the trees. So in different types of trees you put a mango, berries, flowers, teakwood, all these different, all these names. One name. That did not make a book. You put it together, botany. That deals with all the trees, flora, fauna, we call it as the botany. And the person who knows it become a botanist. Zoology, zoologist. Think of it, names were created. Who is the creator? Naturally what has happened is all these forms of knowledge, objective sciences, not the knowledge about yourself which shall come later on, objective sciences, naturally it begins first because when we are born like a human being, think for ourselves, our own experience. What attracts us more? The wide open vast universe or my mind? A little cub, little baby, animal baby, child or the human child, what will they do? They want to crawl inside? Crawl out. Paranchikani vyatrunat swayambhu tasmat param pashyati na antaratman. Whoever that created, surely I didn't create myself, neither my parents created for themselves, whoever it is. Once you know yourself, that answer also will be clear. Whoever it is, Vyatrunat destroyed these human beings or the animals. Why? Param pashyati. Paranchi khani Vyatrunat. Swayambhu Vyatrunat. Creation, creator, as though whoever it is, he is, she is, or it is, destroyed these people. Why? Because everybody is extroverted. Param pashyati. Everybody looks out. Listen. First, when you are looking out, it is not because the suggestions are coming from inside. Live your life all over again, friends. Begin from the beginning of your childhood. When you are crawling out of your house, it was not because your mind was telling, go for the laddu, go for the chocolate, the cow is standing there. No. Whatever the eyes saw, sounds were there, you are going towards the sound, sight, touch, taste, you are moving towards it. Not prompted by your mind, but prompted by the perception. That is why you could be distracted easily. Suppose you are crying for ice cream, red flower, you are finished. As a baby, you are diverted in 1 second. Same fellow, you diverted 1,000,000 times, 1/3 kills him when he is 20. Think, friends. Go back to your childhood. See here, right? Then somebody names it for you. So in the list of naming, which one will come first? The whole universe. Sky, tree, monkey, animals, dogs, father, mother, brother, sister, all these names will come. Then they come to one more dimension. Words are created, only names are created. Listen. Then they say, your eyes, That by which you see, your eyes. By which you hear, your ears. Names are given. Even before they named it, perception was taking place. Even before they said the name, the eyes were seeing. Before they named it ears were hearing. Before they named it a thoughts were happening. With that we stop. With that we stop. That thought, how do you use it? Please, sir, please don't try to complicate it. Just be baby. How do you use your thought? By looking at your eyes? By looking with your eyes? Seeing with your eyes? Listening your thoughts? Do you listen with your ears? Do you grasp with your hand? Do you taste with your tongue? Do you smell with your nose? No. How do you? Ask yourself, how do you? Know your thoughts. It's not a seeing, because seeing means a thought is created. When you know your thought of the thought is not created. Consciousness, Chetana, still not named Anahama. And that is the one Asti, always is. Bhati, always shining. And one with it, at this moment you don't know, but you know that one with it, Priyam, Anandam, bliss. No name, Asti. No name, Bhati, shining. Consciousness, Chetana, Atma, no names are given, existing just like the universe. The gross universe, no names existed. The subtle thoughts, no name existed. Consciousness beyond the gross and the subtle. Please see that, friends. You go on naming your sounds. Birds, think. Music was created. Listen. Sounds are there, different sounds. You create. You can create, you can speak, you can loud intonation, you can create different other type of noise, instruments. You must have seen the breeze playing through the bamboos, some sound created, something somewhere must drop. Instruments were also created. Listen carefully. Did anybody create silence? Can you have you can have music competition, eloquence competition, can you have silence competition? Even that silence needs to be heard. Sound? No sound. But the deaf is always silence. Listen carefully. But that silence goes away when you go to sleep. The silence of the external universe, which is, understand, not the absence of sound, a condition. Comes and goes, sound comes and goes. Silence always there. But when you are in the realm of your thoughts, are you worried about silence outside? Even though the whole universe, your body is overwhelmed by the stillness and the silence of the outside world, inside you are in a roller coaster ride. noise, thoughts, emotions, anxiety, fear. And that happens in, remove these words. Just like a letter was created, word was created, word by word sentences, sentence by sentences, you make books. A drop of water, a streak of water, a little river, a huge river, big lake, ocean, all water. One word, one letter, letter by letter, words, books. Same way, when you go within, first thought, no thought, no problem. First thought, no problem. Then thought by thought, Vishayan dhyayato pumsa sangasti supajayate. Thought by thought. I can't take it, desire. And this I thought, that's a name or not? That I thought was not there, child was there. All thoughts were there. You are creating another universe, thought by thought. And how do you see that? Not with your eyes. Universe doesn't have an access to your consciousness. Can the universe get crass? If you shut up your clothes, that they call in yoga, yoni mudra. Close your ears, nose, speech. No seeing, no hearing, no touching, no tasting, no smelling. See that. No names. But with one thought, what an ocean, samsara. And where does it happen? Thought free, word free, ocean free, mood free. Mahadeva. No name, no form, consciousness. You don't need to say that I. Asti. Bhati. Always is. You cannot negate it. Nobody can negate it. Vinasham abhyasyasya nakaschit kartum arati. Hey Arjuna, nobody can ever destroy this indestructible, imperishable existence, the consciousness you are. Nitya sarvagata sthanu achaloyam sanatana, eternal, ever existing. Who? Everybody, everything. Only human beings are in trouble because they create the language, they are the first victim of it. We shall see. Asti, bhati, always there. When? Waking? Yes. Dream? Yes. Sleep? Yes. Childhood? Yes. Youth? Yes. Summer? Yes. Winter? Yes. Rain? Yes. All times, all places, all conditions. And absolutely blissful. Why? When the whole world, the gross universe, the waking, Jagrat, and the dream go into the womb of deep sleep, everything goes away. Puratraye kridati yastu jiva tatastu jatam sagalam vichitram. Everything goes into seed state. You are conscious, not during the sleep. Waking up, what do you say? Slept well, there, blissful. You completely aware of yourself, absolute bliss. Don't be aware of yourself, complete bliss. Ananda, ananda. Be aware of yourself, blissful. Don't be aware of yourself, anything, any idea about yourself, forget all the words. Children, any place, any time. Tachi, sleep. Only adults. When you can't sleep, you know you have grown up and you are an idiot. That is why when a wise man, when you understand yourself, balavat unmattavacharet, lives like a baby, like a madcap. The whole universe will misunderstand. In the world of a wise man, ignorance has every little place. In the little world of limited universe of the ignorant, wisdom has no place. Doesn't understand. That is why you don't have to worry about those people. Think, friends, think about yourself. No name. Priyam. And the whole universe, Rupam, different types of forms, space, air, fire, water, earth, young, old, colors of many kinds. Nama also, every color has a name, every object has a name, every dust has a name, the universe has a name, everything has a name. These Nama Rupa, Jagat, nameless, formless, all pervasive, name and form, limitation. What is catching our attention? Name and form. And you study also scriptures. I have read this book, I didn't read that book, I only visit. Why are you wasting your time? I told you nameless, formless, right? But what about that? Have you got some type of insanity? Listen carefully. He's like that king. In Odia there is a story, very nice one. Once there was somebody in a kingdom, there was a theft. But the thief, while stealing, or thieving, whichever you like it, the thief while stealing, the wall fell on him and he died. Then who is responsible for the death of the thief? That he was stealing, nobody bothers. But he died, no? So who killed it? The wall killed it. So they immediately called the fellow, who owner of the house, because of your wall, he died, therefore you have to be hanged. He said, what can I do? I didn't build it, the mason built it. Call the mason. You build this wall not in a very strong way, no strong foundation, so you will be killed. He said, how can I do that? I was building that, and that is the time one beautiful woman passed by that. Lovely woman, girl. And with lovely ornaments, so well decorated, like a princess. I was distracted. I did something. So kill the woman. So the woman was called. He says, yes, I am beautiful. But because of the ornaments, I was more beautiful. He was dazzled by my ornaments. So go to the goldsmith. So the goldsmith was brought in to be killed. The goldsmith says, sir, what are you going to kill me? I adore, look at this, I am only bone and skin and bone, so kuchi, like a stick I am. It will be too painful for me, why are you doing that? Then find some two fat fellows. That is the kingdom, you see. So there are two sadhus, they had come into that place, and they were all big fat, so don't be fat, So big stomach and everything, big fat people are coming. So these two fellows must be, one of these must be killed. But two are there, so they caught the two. And the two were so smart. What happened is, they started a fight. He said, I want to die. He said, no, you go die. He said, no, I want to die. You can't die. One is pushing the other. Both want to fight. Both are fighting among themselves to die. That was the strangest sight of the people can ever come across. But they are fighting with each other to die. So the king said, shut up. What happens? Bring them here. Why are you fighting? Sir, this is the time. If we sit down on this suli, the suli means that particular guillotine or call it whatever, in a chopping block, whoever is killed at this moment, he goes now, he shall enjoy the paradise with all the damsels, apsaras and this and that and Rajasabha kings and all that. This moment is the auspicious moment, we are both going to. The king said, nothing doing, I must go. So the king sat down and cut off. That's a foolish kingdom, foolish story for children. Who created this nonsense? The king started this rubbish. The fellow who is creating the punishment, committed the mistake should be punished. You are punishing everybody else. So such judgment, the king himself died. Same thing also. Who created words in this creation? Have you seen any animals going through deep emotional distraction unless they are domesticated by some wonderful people? If the cow or dog or the cat, they are overweight and having heart attack, it is because the pet lovers kill them with their love. What is the words they have got? Only human beings. And we have picked up this. Please, friends, ask. Even the scriptures, please. Just like you think for yourself, just like who is the one who started the physics? Yesterday there was a joke. It is a true incident. The world's first astronaut is one Chinese. Some 100, 200 years back, he was a local landlord. He was very much enamored by the moon and he wanted to go to moon. So what he created a very strong chair. And fireworks also, China, bunch of fireworks was put behind it. And then he ordered them, you blast it. When you blast it, I'll go to moon. That was his madness, and he demanded that way to be done, and when they put it, finished. He was gone into smithereen, he was not available, completely destroyed. So the people thought, oh, he has gone to moon, because no part was available, with so much of that firework if you put on a single chair and a man, everything was lost completely. So they thought the man has disappeared into the moon. So he is in the first astronaut, died in the space flight, okay? Who created that? Who is the first physicist? Just like one name, another name, you created the, geography, botany, geography, history. What is the first incident? Recorded history, unrecorded, didn't exist, didn't happen. Think, friends. That is Hey Upanishad. Who is the writer? Explorers. Listen, please. Sages. What you call as sages, please understand the point. However from it must have started. One thing is, okay, the creator, one who creates everything, reveals it, that's one point. Very beautifully, I'm not dismissing, nothing doing like that. That's beautiful. But see that, just like these things have started, when average person also. Everybody did not go to South Pole and North Pole. 2 people went. 3 people went. Everybody did not go to, what is that country? Everest peak. Everybody did not go to Kilimanjaro. Everybody did not go around the world. Some explorers went. As they went, they wrote it down. Which place they went, how did they go, what is the time it took, what time they used. They were the first explorers. The rest explorers, didn't have to explore, they just followed that path. Understand clearly. These exploration of the outside universe, many people did. Lucky in this tradition, again human tradition, not India, these countries, we know this place, name it also, it happened here. Explode into the inner universe. In a sense, please see. Who named it Chakshu, Srotram, Mano, Vaka? All the words are created. Listen carefully. And you also explode, this is very beautifully, nameless experiences. Deliberately I am using that word because morning I really wrote it down. Experiences are nameless. Is it necessary to say, I see, to see? Seeing, please. Listening happens in silence or you have to say, I listen. Listen. Gurustu maunam vyakhyanam. Shishyastu chinna sansaya. The teacher never spoke. The teacher never spoke a word. Students were all finished, no doubts. They are with themselves. Do you need words? Experiences are nameless. Listen carefully. Experiences are nameless. However much you may shout and talk about it, experiencing is happening in silence. Experiences are silent. Average person gets lost in what he experiences, but not that by which he is experiencing. Take it as a talisman, as a mantra, and think it over. Average person, all of us, as children, what did he do? What I am talking to you, did I do that in my childhood, until my college, university days? Nothing, nonsense. Billions of people do, you also do the same thing. Listen carefully. What do we experience? Sound, touch, taste, smell, sight are more important than the sense organs by which you experienced it. That is why to experience a sound, you go into a stampede in the rock festival, music festival. Kill. For a sensation of touch, the ship that launched 1,000 ships, Helen of Troy. Touch experience, to touch something or somebody. Kingdoms are lost. You want to see, I must see the Arati, 10,000 people. I must have the first bath in Ganges, 10,000. Stampede, people die. They don't understand. To eat something, kill people. Same thing for everywhere, friends. To see, to hear, to touch, to taste, to smell. For the sake of the objects to be seen, eyes are sacrificed. Sounds to be heard, ears is sacrificed. You can't sacrifice only one thing, one can be gone, or the whole body is dead. Listen carefully. And it all happens in silence. No name is required. And when you experience it, what do you experience? The sight or the sensation of it? The sound or the sensation of it? Why do you like this? Music, oh. This touch, ooh. This taste, oh. Why that ooh, ah, oh? We say that? Upanishad says. Etat samagayanaste a uva buva buva buva. Make it repeat it, no problem. A buva bu. Aha, uhu, oho. What is that? What is that? Aha, oho, uhu. Perception or sensation? Meaningless words. The animals will grunt or shriek, groan. Human beings do the same thing. Nameless sounds. Listen. And it repeats in your head. Thoughts are there. Thoughts are created. Before you named the experiences, only sensation will be there. You can't think in words. The picture of London comes, you want to, the faraway country. The picture of your home comes, you want to go home. If you think in names, object will be remembered. If you think in pictures, names will not be remembered. I want that. Don't you do that sometimes? I want that. Oof, what is that man's name? I see the picture. Who is he? How do I see your thought to tell you who is he? That object, that I saw in that shop, what is that? No name. You will be finished. It's very important to have that object which is named. It's very important to have the objects which are named. Why people die to go to London, die to go to Himalayas, die to go to Kanyakumari, die to go to Puri, die to go... Why? What is there? Go to our Kathopanishad. What the Kathopanishad will say? Yadebeha tadamutra. Yadamutra tadanviha. Mrityasya mrityumapnoti yananeva pashyati. So practical. Absolutely beautiful. This is not practical Vedanta, this is nonsensical word, as I tell again and again. You can't say, I know driving, but I don't know how to maneuver. Neither you know driving nor you know maneuvering. Driving means maneuvering. Knowing how to go, negotiate. Driving means learning to negotiate. Vedanta means learning to negotiate with the entire universe. Sabdasparsha rupa rasagandha jagat. Panchamahabhuta jagat. All your memories, thoughts, sensations, everything, and about yourself being who you are. You are the path. Jagat, like what is it? Mahanarayana Upanishad says, Charmavat abrunoti. The whole space of this universe, the consciousness covers it up like this skin, meaning in and through everything is existing. And that foundation of it, the universe is playing. Choice is yours. No name required. Because you don't have a name, because you are ignorant, you shall not be denied the perception and sensation. Are you getting that point? I hope you get it. There is no king. Because the king, he shall have special access to something. And let him have, who says not? I cannot see this much gold, he has got 1 ton of gold. Whether it is this, an ounce of gold, or 1 ton of gold, let him have his ton. Gold doesn't have that happiness. He cannot give me, cannot take it away. How long should it take you to understand that? Perception doesn't give you happiness, doesn't snatch your happiness. Cannot. Sensation cannot give you happiness or snatch your happiness. No name shall create anything except confusion if you don't know how to use it. No name shall create the nameless. No name shall obstruct the vision of the nameless. Space is not a form, but in and through all forms, space is already there existing. Please think, friends, where do you live? In the wall or in space? Where do the sounds take place? Are you interested in silence? Or the sounds? You listen to the sound. Why? So that you can be silent. You listen to music to forget the music. You listen to some kind words, loving words, so mind can be silenced. Understand? We desire to be desireless. We live to live forever. Immortality. Don't say we live to die. No. If you have tasted life, you want eternity. Understand? Forms are needed, but not more than the formless. Names are needed, but not more than the nameless. Perception, sensations are needed, but no more than the absolute happiness, which is not a perception or sensation. All one and the same. Always there. Asti, bhati, priyam. Nama Rupa is two things. And this Nama Rupa, who created? Rupa we didn't create. Listen carefully. The earth we did not create. Taking some mud, we are creating something, a pot or a palace. Already the mud is created, no. And in this, there is one name which is absolutely redundant, is I. The entire animal world exists without the I. All the botanic, vegetable kingdom, everything, they don't have to say I. Is there any competition among the flowers? I am beautiful, I am more fragrant, you are dull, I am this. Among the animals? No. Only in the human beings it is there. Why? Aham. One name, that Nama, Kim tena na krutam papam, chorena atma apaharina, oyo anyatha santam atmanam, anyatha upapratipadatyate. Kim tena chorena atmanam apaharina. The person who is kim tena na krutam papam, chorena atma apaharina. By this thief who has as though stolen the Atman, consciousness all pervasive. Because with the word I, with the name, the nameless seems to be hidden. If this I, understand, this I, if you are so thinking is such a powerful person, think for yourself. If the name, do you say this is hibiscus, the name is a flower? No. This pepperwood is the object? No. This one is the Rudraksh is the object? No. Then how come I, the word, becomes so important for you? The I with such a, what? Flourish, logical, discussing. Name is not the thing. Then you are not you. Sit down and get out. How much we should take time? And friends, same way, come down to that, if every experience is nameless, are you getting that? When you are listening to me, are you listening? I'm listening, I'm listening, I'm listening. Are you doing that? You are touching something, I'm touching, I'm touching. If you do that, you will not experience, you will not enjoy anything. Nameless experience, listen carefully. Physical experience is sense organs are seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. Close your eyes. Sensations, memories of sensation. You are conscious. You are experiencing the gross universe through the gross object, gross sense organs. You are experiencing gross gross subject of the gross universe, with your gross eyes and ears, nameless. You are also experiencing the thoughts. Why do you want to experience more and more in the outside world? So that you can create more and more memories to carry your sensation home, even when you are sitting at home. When I was in London, when I was in Himalayas, when I was young. Are you nutcase? When the absolute bliss is overwhelming every moment, you are thinking of the past. The past is lost in the loom. The future is yet to come. What is this yet to come and lost, past, present, future? Everything is in one absolute consciousness. Sarvam nitya sarvagata sthanuhu achaloyam sanatana. There is no past, no present, no future. You want to enjoy past, why don't you revel in your memory? Come on. No, I don't like my memory. I love to project into future. Daydream. I don't want to daydream, I don't want to lose the past, I want now. Get lost, who says not? Choice is yours. The past, present, future can never walk away from the embrace of the timeless consciousness. Cannot. Nameless. What names you need? And that nameless experience, listen carefully. Experiencing, you are seeing nameless. Not seeing, nameless. Hearing, nameless. Not hearing, nameless. Thinking, nameless. Not thinking, nameless. When there is no thought, no object, no perception, nothing, nameless. I don't have to say, I am experiencing. Why that word? Once you are that, why not that word? Are you getting that point, please? Are you putting Abhaya Bhayadarshina? In the fearless existence, you want to see fear? Advaita Dvaita Darshanam? In oneness, why shall I see the duality? In oneness, why shall I not see the duality? Choice is yours. This is freedom absolute. Why shall I be? The nameless expanse shall be afraid of a name. The formless expanse shall be afraid of a form. Afraid of a thought, afraid of a perception. No, it's all nameless. So please, who created it? That is why so many sages, so many people, each one wrote down their own experiences, wrote it down. That is why, what the Upanishad say? What is that? It can Upanishad say, na chakshu chakshu, kene shitam padati preshitam manaha, kena prana prathama praiti yuktaha, kene shita, desire by whom, commanded by what? Commanded by whom, desiring what? The mind goes here and there. Straight away say, chakshu chakshu, srotrasya srotam. Sab tadu manaso manoyate. That is the eye of the eye, ear of the ear, mind of the mind. Tadeva brahmatvam viddhi. Na idam yad idam iti upasate. Understand that to be yourself, the nameless. Wow, so beautiful. In whose presence everything is seen. Eppadi theriyum ungalku? How did you know? It's so beautiful. Nobody introduced me to that. Iti susruma purvesham. The Guru did not say, Guru special revelation. I didn't go to any Guru. I sat on a stone to become a stone. Or I dig a hole and sat down. These self-made people, God bless them. Can you create a language to say that I thought? You can create a word, letter. What words can you talk about it? What sentences? What books? What can you do? Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Upadekshenti de jnanam jnanina tattvadarshana. What a tradition! The entire physics you want to study in one class, thousands of minds have discovered it, and it's never ending. Understand the limited objective universe, objective knowledge is endless. Only subjective knowledge, Atma, Vedanta, Atma Gyan, knowledge, self-knowledge, understanding of yourself comes to an end. You cannot improve upon silence, nor can you improve upon consciousness. You cannot add to nameless. What shall you add to nameless? You understand that point? If you, I don't know what to say, you know that? To names you can add. How many countries are in this world? There are some 20-30 countries. Now there are 200. It can be 400. The way it is going, every country will be divided into 10, 20, 30 parts. How many planets? How many stars? Cosmology, ever expanding universe. You think Vedanta is like that? Today this book, tomorrow that book. Otherwise, same thing if you don't do understanding. Tattvabodha will not understand in Brahma Sutra. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If the teacher has nothing else to do, he wants to teach you one book after another book, or you have nothing else to do, you can do that. No problem. But if a person says, I heard it and enough. Yad gatvana nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. Yad gyantva. Yad gatva, knowing which, being which, no return, no forgetfulness. Never. Yallabdhvana aparam labham, nadhikam manyate tataha. By gaining which no further gain. And by losing which there is no further loss. Losing what? Ahankar. Once you lose the ahankar, meaning lose means what? Why should you lose the slave? Taking myself to the slave, what was a loss? Now I say, what am I doing? Nameless, absolute, all pervasive. Let it be there. I shall ride it for a few days more. You lose it forever. Use it for some time. Absolute knowledge. So, friends, please, close your eyes. Which is effortless? The names or the nameless? Can you argue about nameless? Can you have a fight over formless? Yet, understand. Don't the nameless means nameless. All names together also nameless. All forms together also formless. In one form, everything is included. That is why Shaguna, Nirguna, both are fantastic. As consciousness, all pervasive. In name and form, all pervasive, Ishvara. Two series of infinity. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, infinity. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 also infinity. Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamadachyate. From one series you take the other series. Purnameva avasishyate. Only the infinity remains. So names are as glorious as even the nameless. How nice they say. Sarvopadi nirmukta Sarva avastha vivarjita. O mother, you are free from all avasthas, waking, dream, deep sleep. Sarva upadhi vinirmukta. All formed from all upadhis. Yet, sarvam sarvani, you are everything. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu sarvarupen santita. That you exist in all names as all names, in all forms as all forms. So which one is better? In through your names, friend, nameless, inherent. See the nameless, be with the name. See the formless, be with the form. The teacher is, the scripture is so beautiful. He goes on telling you are infinity, absolute, wonderful. But the student goes on complaining, you are fat, you are lean, you are thin. I am telling you are, what shall we say that? You are Nitya, Sarvagata, Sthanu, Achala, eternal, absolute, all-pervasive, Shuddhosi, Buddhosi, Niranjanosi, everything. But when I am looking at you through yourself, you are looking at me through my body. That is why, see these friends. In being the nameless existence, you have no choice. Assume a name or not to assume a name. Choice is yours. Mortality is a dress you can put on if you like. The dress will die. You are still immortal. Happiness is not a sensation. Enjoy a sensation. Never lose sight of happiness. Be the happiness. Sensation will have no meaning. Or it will have all the meaning. Choice is yours. Always nameless, call it meditation, call it Brahman, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti sabdyate. Some people name it Bhagavan, Paramatma, Brahman. You don't like any of these words? Dump it. Just be. Please chant Om 3 times, please. See that? Om, name. And you are nameless. Enjoy the sound, enjoy the silence. Enjoy the form and formless. Immortality, mortality. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.